Right then, so today we're going to be showing you how to remove one of these big trailing arm suspension bushes that Honda use. So yeah, this one doesn't seem to be in that bad shape. However, I do have a new one because I'm refurbishing the arm, you see. So you may as well just get new ones because these are probably the originals. So we don't have a press. You can get a tool that does it for you, which is like a big cup, and you know, you've got like a thread and it pushes it out, sort of thing. But they can be quite expensive. You're looking at around 100 to 200 quid for one, depending on quality. So we're going to use the old-fashioned way of using a hammer to smack the sod out. So fingers crossed, we get a bit of movement and hopefully it'll pop out. Right, so it's definitely moved. So it's now, so the sleeve is now flush with the actual trailing arm. So I'm off to go get a screwdriver so I can just press it in that gap and just try and chisel it out with the hammer. So let's go get one of them and we'll be on with it again. Okay, we're back. Got a screwdriver. But it is coming. There we go. Lovely stuff. That is the old bushing out. And yeah, to be fair with you, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, you may as well just get new ones because old rubber, I mean, look, it is deteriorating there. So well, there you go. So that is the old bushing out. Lovely stuff. That's brilliant. That came out much easier than the other one. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll just flip her over. As you can see, I've been doing a bit of work on it, cleaning up the trailing arm, getting it back to bright metal. Obviously that bush was in the way, so we're going to give this a nice clean out, make it nice and smooth so that the new bushing can go in nice and easy. So yeah, it's just one of them things when doing this job. Also do note that this is sided as well. You've got the side with the oval shaped hole for your bolt that goes this way up, so that goes, and that's facing it, so it basically goes like that. And yeah, you've got the circular hole that goes to the back. A lot of people tend to hammer it out this way. That way it's much harder to do that. It really is a lot harder to do that because this is in the way of, you know, hammering and such. So what you tend to do, flip it over, hit it out at the back, much easier, as you saw there. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. That's the old bush out. So we'll just, as I say, clean this up and we'll put the new one in. Okay, so we have cleaned the rim of the trailing arm for where the bush sits. We've also done some little markers, as you can see there, just to give us a guide on where the bush sits regarding its orientation. So if we look at the new bush, we have a short end and a long end. So the long end goes in first at the rear, so it sits in like that. And you've also got a little arrow indicating down, so it needs to meet up with the arrow there. As you can also probably tell, that this bottom bit is much thicker than the top bit, so that should hopefully give you a bit more of an indication as well. It is common to do these upside down, so do be careful. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to grease up the lip just to make this job a bit more easier for us. It's always good to grease it up. You don't want to go in dry, so we'll give that a dabbing of grease, plenty of grease, and hopefully that should allow us to make things slide in a bit easier. So now, as I say, get the orientation correct, make sure that the short end is on the outer side, make sure that the arrow is pointing downwards. As you can see, it's on both sides, and you just want to slot it in like so and give it a bit of a tap. Make sure it's still lining up, as you can see. And then all you need to do is gently tap it in all the way around the bush. And as you can see, now it's going in. You also want to make sure that the sleeve lines up with these ribs here on the trailing arm. Or you could say about 10 mil from this point here. Can be a bit awkward because the camera's in the way. Let's make sure that's in line. I'd reckon so. That's about it. About 10 mil there, I reckon. So there we go. That is the new bush installed. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, as you can see, it's it can be a bit of a pain in the backside if it don't want to go in. Usually what it does is it likes to slip out. Once you hit it one side, it'll raise the other side. A good way to just do that is just to hold it down and smack it like that, and that should just give it a bit of help to slide in. But there we go, that is the new bush installed. So yeah, I mean, there we go. It's like we're using the bare minimum tools here to get this job done. We're using a big hammer and some blocks of wood that are laying around the garden to prop up the trailing arm. So yeah, I mean, it's you know, it is doable without the tool. So yeah, there we go, and that is all in nice and flush. And yeah, I mean, there we go. Cheers for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.